Sup everybody, this is Scruffy Links.
And Dorian, and today we have another Urbex video for you, another one from Detroit.
Indeed, we are exploring through an abandoned church, and this time I'm the cameraman.
Yep, I mean you were the cameraman at Fisher too.
Yeah.
But usually I'm the cameraman, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is the St Agnes Church in Detroit. It was opened up in 1921 and has been abandoned since 2006.
Since 2006.
And our friend Jane gave us a ride to Detroit. I'm paying her for it, but she did some research while we were in the church, and turns out Mother Teresa has been to this place 4 times.
Wow.
There's actually a photo. This is off topic, but on Facebook there's a photo of my grandpa from India. I'm not part Indian. It's my stepmother and stepmom's parents. My grandpa from India getting blessed by Mother Teresa. He actually met her at one point in his life.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I would like to mention the stage of the church.
Yeah, that's where probably they had a lot of the choirs.
Yeah, a lot of the choirs, that or like when the place became abandoned, some young bands and maybe some homeless people that like to jam together basically made it into a stage.
Yeah.
And they have like little concerts over there sometimes.
Definitely. I also thought this place would make a cool music video setting.
Oh, yeah.
I listened to a lot of industrial EBM bands, and a lot of them, whether they're serious about it or just doing it for a publicity stunt, they pretend to be or actually are satanic. And I always thought this decaying church would be a cool setting for one of those bands because the decaying of the church represents like the fall of Christianity.
Yeah.
Even though this was technically a Catholic church, but yeah.
There's like even hellfire in the background of the stage.
That'd be cool. Yeah. But yeah, this was my first abandoned church that I've ever been to. I started urbexing before I started posting on YouTube. I take pictures, and in fact, at the end of the video, we're gonna have pictures for you. So yeah.
Yeah, and they're good pictures too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we came here, and then we also filmed. Well, Lucas filmed an abandoned school too, while we were in Detroit. So that'll be either the next video or the video after that.
Yes, I went in alone and explored a whole bunch of rooms.
Yeah, the reason why he went alone is because the window was really high, and I could help him lift up into there with the assistance of a chair. But as far as me getting up in there, I was a little too overweight to do that.
Oh, you give up too easily.
Yeah, but
I think you were able to get up there as long as, you had some help.
yeah, well, maybe next time.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason why I'm losing weight, so I can explore abandoned buildings easier. Urbexing is what we call exploring abandoned buildings. It's short for urban exploring. But real quick on this channel, I just want to mention we urban explore abandoned places, or just explore abandoned places. We also have a show called Supernatural Skeptics, which is where we
investigate and experiment with, as well as criticize the paranormal and supernatural concepts and stories that we often try to explore and come across.
Yeah, we basically, as skeptics, we investigate the paranormal, ghosts. Well, I mean, we've only done ghosts so far, but also cryptids, haunted objects, stuff like that.
UFOs, yeah, as well as like magical rituals and spells.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking I'm basically making a video regarding how the Ouija board works.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah. Even though I don't have a Ouija board, though.
Neither do I. Some people make their own, actually, cheap cardboard and stuff.
Oh, yeah, and I know there are, like, different versions of the Ouija board, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
As you can tell, it's falling apart. So, yeah.
But, yeah, this church was cool. I'm surprised Jane came in with us.
Yeah.
She took a few pictures of her own. Like I said at the end of this video, I will have my own pictures for you, so yeah.
She was a good addition to the team.
Yep. But anyways, here's some more footage. So now Scruffy Lynx, or Lucas, whatever you want to call him, is entering the basement, which was really dark and creepy. I didn't go in the basement, but he did.
We're going down!
We're going down into hell.
Into the depths. Into the abyss.
Into the abyss, yeah.
Where there are just a bunch of rusty chains or like rebar. I wasn't exactly certain what was on the ceiling. It was just hanging down, and I was just estimating it's just some rusty metal.
Yeah, probably, yeah. This church is really old, and it's been abandoned since 2006, like I said, so it has lots of decay to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, next time we'll remember to give him a flashlight so he can see the dark areas better.
Yeah, I tried using my phone's flashlight, and of course it didn't work well. I was still able to see down there, but I was like, oh man, I wasn't getting any good film.
You got a little bit of good film in the areas where there was more light.
Yeah, where there was sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of my favorite parts of this church is that roof right by the main window.
Mm-hmm.
How there's like light peeking through.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can see the structure of the wood and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And actually, while Scruffy Lynx was in the basement, he tried climbing the stairs, got 1 or 2 steps up, and then the stairs fell underneath him.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I am so lucky I didn't break my bones.
Yeah.
Of course, lucky for me, I was already in the basement. So unless they had like another bottom level floor, yeah, I was good.
Yeah.
I always come prepared too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is the basement, and we'll get back to you when we get back upstairs. So now we're back upstairs, and it's just the footage of us leaving. We've been there for about, what, an hour now? A little under an hour?
Probably about like an hour and a half.
Okay, maybe an hour and a half, yeah. And next time we can't forget
It felt a bit shorter for me, honestly. Like, I was like, oh, I didn't explore upstairs.
Yeah.
I didn't went over to this area yet.
Yeah. I thought you went upstairs to that little balcony, because I thought I heard you walking up the stairs when I was checking out the area, but I guess not.
You were probably hearing me,
It
but...
was just you going downstairs.
Yeah.
But the way the acoustics were, it sounded like you were going upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very echoey.
Yeah, definitely. But this is definitely it's the only church I ever urban explored. And if we go back to this church for any reason, we need to film the abandoned school right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Which was part of the church. It's a Catholic church, Catholic school for kids. And we found a way into the school. I was originally told there is no way in. But as we were approaching the church, I saw a piece of a boarded up door, and where the bottom section of the board was, it was busted out, so we could have crawled underneath that and gotten in there.
Yeah.
There's a couple of abandoned houses on the property too, but they didn't look safe.
Plus, I'm estimating that the church that we went to might have like a haunted history to it, so...
I looked, but I couldn't find anything, but I can look deeper. Yeah, if this place does have a haunted history, we can do Supernatural Skeptics on it. But anyways, here's my photos. Enjoy.